For the F Shack. Love Dirty Mike and the boys.
Hey, are you Dirty Mike and the boys? How you know who we are?
What's this they call it, the podcast?
Morning Good.
Oh, I love
Hey, welcome to the Earth. Thanks. Oh, wait, I'll start over.
Welcome to Morning Good.
All right, sweet. We're here with Dave Caggiano and Paddy Defino. Did I say it right?
Yeah.
All right,
perfect.
sweet. Awesome. This might be the most Italian named episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. What were you saying about Goon what?
Goo Lagoon.
No, what is that?
It's in SpongeBob. It's like the area that they all go to the beach.
It sounds like a great thing to call a woman's pussy. Be like, I was deep in the Goon Lagoon.
That's what they were referring
The
to.
Goo Lagoon.
Yeah.
Goo Lagoon.
Bikini Bottom in Goo Lagoon, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Goo Lagoon is bad for a vagina. That's an insult. But if you call it the Goon Lagoon, that means everyone's gooning all over that thing.
Yeah. Well, goo would be if you goon in the vagina.
You just go full goon mode in the vagina.
Yeah.
I've never like put just the tip of my.
AC/DC lyrics into a vagina. That's what goon mode is.
I've never like put just the tip of my dick into a vagina and then just like stroke the shaft.
You'd have to have a good amount of shaft. That's honestly the fact you just brought that up is like,
Yeah.
Well, I always
that you
try to-
could do that.
I try to do the thing where I'm like, I'll just put just my tip in, but I'm like, oh, this is just anticipation for like an average penis. It's like,
Yeah,
I think you have a
yeah.
huge cock, you could be like, they're like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
you're
yeah.
not ready for this
Yeah.
yet. But I put just the tip in,
And then yeah,
3
you go
seconds-
to put the rest in, and it's like barely anymore, and you're like, well, I hope that was thrilling for you.
yeah,
Yeah,
You're like, what do you
somehow-
think about that?
Yeah.
Somehow you like thrust in and less dick is like, what?
You know, it's like have you ever have those knives as a kid where you stab and then the blade goes into the handle?
Yeah.
It's like a fake
Yeah.
toy knife. It's like
Yeah.
that. You go
Just
into the
an
vagina.
inverted-
Yeah, you're basically doing
Yeah.
that trick that you did in middle school with like the mechanical pencils, like on your
just
skin.
goes in.
Yeah.
Just you see it poking out your own butt.
It is funny that there's more dick inside your dick. You know this?
That's what
Yeah.
the dick lengthening surgery is, right?
Yeah, yeah,
I
they
haven't
just
looked
pull-
into it. I wouldn't know, but yeah.
Yeah,
There's more in there?
That seems like just like the second phase of a circumcision.
Yeah.
like it's there for us to have.
Yeah, it's almost like an alien kind of thing where like there's more, like, you know, there's a mouths in there. It's
Yeah.
like there's more. There's a smaller penis that
Yeah,
comes out
it's
of your
essentially
penis.
an iceberg. You're like 90% of it is below the surface.
Yeah,
you wouldn't know, but it's actually quite dangerous.
Yeah, it's huge
Yeah.
once you go past the balls.
That would be very unfortunate if it was like another like 5 inches in there.
Oh my god! But what if you don't know though, and you get the dick like, so you're like, yeah, we did this. We found out you only had half an inch left in there. It's mostly
It actually
out
made
of
it smaller. The scar tissue is now built up.
Yeah.
Smaller dick.
Well, I don't know. All these jokes are fun, but we just had an assassination attempt on maybe.
Oh
the
yeah,
greatest.
I'm filling in for you guys. Supposed to have another comedian on, right? Thomas Crooks or something. He's doing a road gig in Pennsylvania or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be here though.
Yeah, it's a real bummer about that guy.
About the guy.
Yeah, that would be a funny RIP. Just start posting pictures of Thomas Crooks. Just like,
Yeah.
you don't know him like I did.
to the hero.
Yeah, that has got to be crazy when you like know somebody, because like, okay, when somebody dies, you got to go on Facebook and be like, maybe this is just my self-absorbed self, but like normally you post on your wall, you're like, oh, happy birthday, you know, really would have been great to know you, or like, since I'm so happy I got what
Yeah.
happens when you know somebody who like did something, like when they die, like his parents got to be bummed,
His
or they're
parents-
terrible people.
His parents didn't know. Like his parents didn't know that it happened until like later. Like they didn't know he was going. They didn't.
I mean,
know.
it's like just happened.
They posted
though.
like, thank God they got the shooter.
Trump 2024.
Take
they're like,
that,
oh.
just spitting on a photograph of their dead son. They're like, oh, that was our kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I like the people that are saying that it's staged. I was with someone last night, a comic, and he was like, if you think about it, it's the perfect place to shoot him. And I'm like, in the ear, like half an inch from his brain.
Yeah,
He's like, yeah, that would be. I'm like, no.
No. You shoot it. That is a great point. You would shoot it. Like, when I first saw it, was 50-50, but I also think 9/11 was staged. So I'm a
Yeah.
crazy
I mean,
person.
no, it's
That's-
staged.
that's staged.
Not like it's definitely. I mean, he was like 100 yards away with a sniper rifle, and they were just looking at him and just let him shoot. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I would say there's a 70%. I believe 70% that it wasn't staged, but there was the 30% of me that's like possibly, but I don't know.
the first thing I did after I found out that it happened was follow Alex Jones on Twitter.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
immediately what I did.
Yeah. I love that he's back on there, dude.
Yeah, it's great.
He's
It's
the
great.
man.
He's been killing it.
I sent you that awesome video of him where he's like, what does he say again? He's like, look, I've never had sex with a man before. I've never, and if I would, I'll be proud of it.
Yeah.
I'll be proud I had sex with a man. I've had sex with 300 women, never once a
Very
man.
round number.
Yeah.
Like that's almost like he got to 300 and was like, I need a wife.
I'm good now.
Yeah.
I need to settle down.
Dude, his wife is a fucking babe.
I'm sure.
so into his. I'm also more into her because she's Alex Jones.
Conspiracy theory women are so hot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You come across them on Twitter, you're like, fuck yeah.
Yeah. They
And-
had fake tits.
Yeah, they're
My
so
fake
hot.
ass.
Blonde.
My favorite, there's a video of him.
Mike's type. So you're just talking.
Beautiful, yeah. No, well, my favorite thing is there's a video of him talking to somebody else, and he's like, Tulsi Gabbard, get in here, babe. He like gets his wife in frame with some interview. He's like, Tulsi Gabbard, me and my wife want to have a threesome with you so bad.
He's the man. He's the man.
I don't understand the people that see him and don't have a little bit of fun watching.
Oh
Like,
my
he's
God.
fucking amazing.
Yeah, you have to be like a parent of a Sandy Hook victim.
yeah.
And you're like, I don't know.
There's got to be one parent though that's like, yeah, I know, but he's like fucking hilarious. You got to see the guy rip. He reminds me of like that shark guy from what's it called? Just the way his body looks is hilarious. He looks like either like the Juggernaut from X-Men. Just his lack of neck.
He does have the Juggernaut vibes, yeah.
Dude, I feel like he could just run through a brick wall. Like
He's huge.
Yeah.
the best of that video of him in Austin, where like they closed like Barton Springs or like one of the springs, and then he like runs and like breaks a barricade, and throws it,
Just barrels through
yeah,
it.
and then just like drinks beer with everybody in the. It's like during COVID. He's like, "You can't take away our right to go swimming." Yeah, it's like, oh, just hypes you up.
I like how hyped he gets about literally everything.
Yeah, dude.
It's
yeah.
he's like you're closing a spring. That's yeah. It's like Sandy Hook in this spring, this local spring.
Yeah.
I'll die.
I would love him, dude. I would love to.
He's been doing lives on Twitter, and I clicked on it. The first thing he was talking about, he was spazzing about people needing to pay him money so he can keep fighting the good fight.
Yeah.
He was like, and then he has like other people on the show that he like. They run the show and they just kind of kick it to Alex when he wants
suck
to.
so hard. Like
He
he has.
Well, they're dealing with a complete lunatic.
right. But
They're corralling a schizophrenic man.
right, but they're the lamest. He runs with the lamest crew.
Yeah, they are pretty.
it is so.
They're the only people left that are like willing to do that, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's who he has left.
Not the only ones.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I'm with you. I'd
Dude,
go.
I'd fuck it.
Get me on there.
I would love to have him on this. Oh wait, sorry. You were saying
No, he was just spazzing about like how people need to like pay. He's like, I'm running out of money. Like he's like, I have no money left. And then he kept kicking into them. And they were like, so the president was set, and he'd be like, let me interrupt you again. I need money, guys. And they're like, okay, all right. We get it. You're poor.
Yeah. Guys, this is for the morning good listeners. Buy your supplements from
Supplements,
Infowars.com.
you've been in there, baby.
dude.
Yeah. Look, what's it called? It's like fucking.
Did his supplements like turn you into the shape he is?
Oh, that'd be sick, dude. I just start losing my neck and I just start balding and just.
Because when it comes to Alex Sheeran or Alex Jones, I'm not really an Ed Sheeran guy.
Yeah.
I'm not in love with the shape of him.
I'm in love with the shape of Jones.
My little brother, when he was a child, he was very funny. Like one time, my mom like told him, he's like, the words you say can hurt you, and he was like, peanut butter. Ow. Like just devastating.
That's awesome.
Devastating. But he used to say, like, he's like, my dream. This was like, he was like 5 years old.
I'm going to
He's like,
scoot in, not because I like what you're saying. I don't dislike it, but I got to make sure I'm in frame. So,
Come in here, baby.
yeah.
he would always say, like, oh, like, my goal in life is to be very fat and just roll around.
That's
And I'm like,
awesome.
that's kind of a beautiful.
Still a good goal.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
people are like, I want to be an astronaut. Like,
No.
whatever. No, people don't pick these niche things.
Well, you always
anymore.
see fat people and they're always walking, and it's kind of like, why do that when
They're
you could
one
just
trip
roll?
away from discovering their true selves.
Right.
Dude, if you just went down the street and there was just like fat people rolling, that
Yeah,
would be the
we'll
funniest.
get there eventually.
I always said that about Alan Fitzgerald. I'm like, if Alan's ever like missing,
Yeah.
just check the lowest point in Manhattan. He's probably
just rolled down there. I like the idea of turning him over and using him like a hippity hop. Like somebody riding Alan's back and just bouncing.
it's like Jews, blacks, Jews. Every time he hits the ground. Puerto Ricans.
But no, I would love to have Alex Jones on this podcast and talk zero, Paul. How fun would it be just to have him like talk about the 300 vaginas he's had sex with?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
loves women.
It's awesome.
Again,
Yeah.
what's wrong with the guy?
You know what I bet could have happened? I bet you he banged 300 women, got married, and cheats on her, but now has to like keep the number at 300.
I don't know. Dude, he's like so into Christ.
That's a good point. Yeah,
He's, like,
that's
really-
odd. Dude, just be so into Christ.
Yeah,
and
it's
pussy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they said when Trump, after the thing, they were like, yeah, he found God.
I heard that. Yeah.
yeah.
After getting shot.
Yeah, which I honestly, I kind of predicted that because I was like, what if he gets shot and he's like, I'm gay now.
Yeah.
Being gay is fine. Everything's
Shoots
cool.
it straight out of him.
Like his politics completely switch.
Yeah. He said the guy had a gun. Oh my god, it was so scary. We should get rid of those.
Yeah.
Guns the well,
You
it's
never
funny too because
know.
like, dude, gun control just stopped becoming an argument. Have you noticed that? It's fucking. It used to be the biggest argument.
People are coming around finally.
Dude, yeah. I mean, I think they're cool as shit. But
Well, that's the thing is who's against the guns? The liberals. And then a liberal tries to shoot Trump.
then you go, hey,
It's like, hey, maybe, the glass is always half full.
Did you see that the kid was supposedly in a BlackRock commercial like a year ago? You know, like have you seen this?
Oh, no.
Yeah, they like filmed the BlackRock commercial in where is it? Bethlehem, Pennsylvania?
He was
Something
like
Bethel?
Butler,
Bethel,
Butler,
yeah.
whatever.
They filmed one there, and he was in the commercial. So now it's obviously he's working for BlackRock.
ooh,
I mean,
I'm in.
Yeah, I'm fully.
I'm in.
on
I'm in
this.
anything I
I'm
hear.
in it. I'm not even joking. It is insane. Like,
Well, my brother brought up the point of this. He's like, I bet you I bet you this is the 50th assassination attempt on him.
yeah,
I bet you there's so many. I bet you they find people with guns at every one of those rallies, but they don't want to tell people because then people are gonna be like, I don't want to go to a fucking rally if I know it's going to get shot.
Yeah, it's weird because they said they spotted him early. They're like, this guy's
like
suspicious.
3 minutes. Yeah,
Yeah.
And
And
the guy with the AR-15 on that building.
Like, I don't know.
Shady.
yeah. We'll wait to see what he does. Hold on.
But the hard part about him too, though, because he's such a because he's Republican, you can't be like no guns allowed at our rallies.
No.
So it's kind of a tough situation.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you're like, oh no, what do you believe in
I
the
think
first?
they could still be like,
I don't know, dude. Like you talk to gun people, they're really like they don't want it taken away from them in anywhere.
yeah. The funniest thing about it being staged is if they did, like, they were trying to intentionally shoot him in the ear, and then the kid just missed and fucking blew his head off. Like, have you ever
Yeah.
fucked up at work and been like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna get in so much
Oh
trouble"?
yeah.
To be the guy
You
that's
killed.
like, you're supposed to nick Trump, and you just blow it, and you're like, "Fuck,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
so fucked right now."
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah. I would, if I was like, if someone like approached me and was like, we need you to shoot the president and then we're going to kill you. But like, you're not going to kill the president. You're just going to nick him. I'd be like, okay. And then like, when I'm looking down that barrel,
Like,
I'd be
oh.
like, I might as well just fucking
kill the guy.
God, this is too easy.
I might as well stir things up a little.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is my last thing I do, you know?
My favorite is my buddy used to call me once a day, and he would say this every time he'd call me. This is like in middle school and high school. He'd go, "Hey, what's up, man? Good to see you, Michael. I'm going to kill the president, by the way. I'm going to kill the president, Barack Obama." And you just hang up the phone. Like every conversation, you'd be like, "Okay, we're meeting over here for like
Yeah.
beers or whatever. We're going to start off at Tommy's house. Okay, sounds good." He's like, "Sounds good, man. I'm going to kill the president, by the way. My name is so and so." It would freak me out every time because like I don't be on a list, but it does show you that.
That would suck. He's incriminating you. It's all just a big plot.
Oh yeah,
Because if he kills the president, you can't be the guy in the news. It's like, we never expected anything. He was such a nice guy.
There was
You'd have
19
to be like, he told me 1,000
yeah,
times.
yeah, yeah. He was kidding me. I
this.
think he was serious. Yeah.
Yeah, we it was such a crazy day to have that happen because like we literally saw Despicable Me 4
Yeah.
yesterday, like right before it happened. Have you gone to like a 4DX movie?
No.
Dude, I didn't know this. I bought the tickets. I thought it was just 3D, and we get in there, and it's like a roller coaster.
Is this? Oh, I've been in like like Universal or whatever, and I was younger. Is that?
Yeah, it's like you sit in the chair, and the chair like moves around, and I didn't realize how much everything moved around.
Yeah.
So like, I had like sweatpants on, and I had like 1,000 things in my pocket. Like,
Yeah, they're just getting thrown out. AirPods are flying out.
Dude,
your vape is just rolling.
as soon as it starts, my AirPods flew out into the aisle and just spread across
Exploded.
the aisle. And I'm like just watching them because I'm like, I can't get out of this chair
Yeah.
right now. We're in like a car
Also,
chase.
what Despicable Me? Like, what were they doing? Like, what was the
dude,
movement?
shenanigans.
Yeah, dude, the
Mad
Minions, they're a
Shenanigans.
handful.
It'd be great to see the Trump assassination documentary in a 4DX theater.
Yeah. Well, they'll do
hurts
crazy
all
shit,
of a
bro.
sudden.
I saw the beekeeper, and he's punching people in the face, and the chairs are shaking as if you're the guy getting. Like they did
yeah.
it. I watched Godzilla. They were dragging a body, and the chairs were moving. Like I was like, "There's no reason to do this."
I'd love to go see Schindler's List in that theater.
Oh, they
Just
fucking
like-
gas it up,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Yeah. They
Just
fucking
getting sprayed in the face with
We're really
water.
getting really sleepy.
yeah.
The Trump supporters.
Is it hot in here?
The Trump supporters are the minions in a way. Like when you see how they're like dressed and everything. Like,
Yeah.
the big glasses.
Dude, did you see the guy? My favorite was the guy. He had like a Trump. It looked like a visor with hair sticking up, and it's
Yeah.
got bright.
That was the funniest thing. This guy's like giving the most monumental interview of 2024 with like hard evidence about like this being a conspiracy, and he's just wearing like a Guy Fieri Trump hat.
yeah.
Yeah.
His red hair spiking out of it. He's like,
Yeah.
yeah, man, it was really scary.
They're having fun.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah, take the hat off, buddy.
dude. You know what I realized? We might not have a chance to go to a Trump rally again because once he's president, he's not going to go on rallies, will he?
Oh yeah, he's not stopping, dude.
You think he's going to run fifth term?
Oh my
Or third term?
god, yeah.
I have a feeling
Well,
like
he does rallies during his presidency.
Okay, because I almost went to one in
does it for
college
the
and it was
rally.
sold out. I want to check it out.
Yeah.
I feel
no.
like they're not as fun as we'd hoped. We'd hope.
Yeah.
Like I feel like there's the people there probably do suck. Like it's not like all fun times.
Yeah.
I think the fun Trump supporters are the ones who never even say that they support him. Like they don't even own a hat or a shirt. They're just like
Yeah, it would have been
guys
good.
like us.
Dude, I will say this is funny because I've never. I mean, who gives a fuck? I never voted for him, and I wasn't planning on voting this election. But when he got shot, it was like one of those things where I was like, everybody's like, well, now he's going to win the presidency, and I was like, well, it's weird that makes you want to vote for him. But immediately, I was like, I want to vote. I went from not voting to like, I want to vote
Dude,
for him.
I mean, if he comes out to many men at his next debate, it's
Dude,
like, it's
oh my
game over.
God,
He's the coolest guy alive.
Yeah,
Also,
yeah.
it would have been so funny if the shots started going off and everyone in the audience started just fucking blind firing their guns. Being like, it's a Trump rally. They're just all popping off.
Yeah.
There's like 150 casualties.
Well, that was like my favorite was the Dan Bilzerian one when that one Las Vegas shooting happened.
Yeah.
Dan Bilzerian, there's a video of him running a live stream. He's like, I'm running back to my hotel to get my guns. And it's like, dude, if the cops come and they're gonna think you're the shooter.
He asked the cops for a gun. He's
Yeah,
like,
Dan Bilzerian.
he walked up, he like ran up to a cop and was like, I'm a good guy. Give me your gun.
Dude, he is awesome.
They were
What
awesome.
a
They just fucking
retard.
blasted him. They're like, just for that question.
Yeah.
Is he still getting pussy?
Yeah, he doesn't stop.
Yeah,
getting
he does.
pussy.
He won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop.
Yeah.
He's like the least interesting person who I think gets the most pussy.
Yeah, but I also wonder, like, I don't know, it is fascinating.
He's just built like a.
Is he the first iteration
Hank.
of those internet guys that?
dude. He kind of was the original
Kinda.
Andrew Tate. Yeah.
Yeah, that like.
He wasn't as like this is what you got to do though.
Yeah,
he was more
yeah,
just
yeah.
like look how fucking chill my.
He's
life
more like
Yeah.
you could never do this.
He's just like, look how cool I am power bombing a porn star off a roof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Every time I see him, I think of like the guy from Sons of Anarchy who looks like the big bad wolf, whatever that guy's name is.
The older guy?
The guy who used to be Hellboy.
Well, they both have long heads.
Oh.
Yeah, they do have long heads. That guy's got a long.
That guy's also crazy. That guy will go off on Twitter and he's like, I fucking hate Donald Trump.
I know,
And
dude.
you're like, all right.
Yeah,
It's like-
dude.
Yeah, I watched you kill so many Mayans. The Sons of Anarchy. How dare you?
Literally.
Nobody hates immigrants more than that character.
Yeah.
But
well, it's yeah, that stuff's funny too. I think you see that video. Oh, my favorite's the Baldwin one. There's a video of the Baldwin trial. Let me just pull this up. But can you guys keep the momentum going real quick while I just pull this?
Yeah.
Alec Baldwin, bald, hairless.
It's something very sad.
Alopecia.
What's the guy's name? That actor from Sons of Anarchy? It's something very sad about a big old man like that just being so angry about
Yeah,
actually anything.
yeah. I
like-
forget his name.
Watch this real quick.
I really appreciated the acting that he did on Saturday Night Live, and I really appreciate his politics.
You told one of the witnesses who disagreed with you during an interview that you thought Mr. Baldwin was a cocksucker.
I do not recall saying that.
So for people that can't see the video,
Instant
Alec Baldwin's
own.
just like looking down while this woman on the stand is saying great things about him, and then goes, "You said to an interview that Alec Baldwin's a cocksucker," and his head just pops up. He's like,
what the
"What?
fuck?
What does bitch say?"
Why?
I have no. I just think it's a funny video, but I love it just playing a video nobody can see on there.
Yeah, he got very attentive. Yeah, I don't know. with his whole, so he's like off.
He also, I will say this, I don't think he did anything that bad.
No, I'm with you. He
Yeah.
got so much of the.
He got so much shit, but I kind
They
of
should have used him in the Trump assassination.
Yeah,
Dude.
yeah.
He fucking popped off.
Yeah, well, my thing is, I don't like Alec Baldwin, so the second he did something bad, I was like, fucking.
And let's not, like, Alec Baldwin for sure has like murdered people.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
never
yeah,
like in that environment where
Yeah,
you'd
yeah,
be
yeah.
scrutinized.
Oh, dude, he drowns prostitutes in his hot tub
for
once
sure.
a week.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I like that. Let me attach 30 rocks to your legs and throw you into the East River.
Yeah, he's too fucking. There's no way he's not doing horrible shit. Yeah,
Yeah,
Him and his brothers.
yeah.
he always kind of like, every time I saw him, he looks like a bad guy. you know?
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that usually turns out to be true. Like Spacey, when you saw Spacey, you're like, that guy is evil.
Spacey's coming back.
He is.
Spacey's coming back. Also, did he do what did he do?
Banged a couple 17-year-olds.
I don't even know if he banged, but I think he was like grabbing cocks.
He grabbed a couple cocks.
Yeah.
There was one where he was jerking off at the Saving Private Ryan like D-Day scene apparently.
Oh yeah.
But who?
Yeah.
But who?
Yeah.
Who hasn't thought about that?
He saw the Schindler's List episode of Seinfeld where he like makes out during Schindler's List and he's like, I can one up this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna jerk off. I'm gonna come during Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that used to be such a funny thing in high school because you're so horny and you're like next to your like high school girlfriend and there's just like
Oh yeah.
something on TV that like you should be paying your respect.
Yeah.
And all you
Just
can think
getting head
about.
to a Rosa Parks documentary.
At your grandmother's funeral, you're like, I'm so chubbed up right now.
Yeah, I think I got head in Pirates of the Caribbean, one of them.
Wow, dude, you got to be careful. Don't get crabs.
Nice. Hey guys, news from bed. Check out Paddy's
dude.
podcast.
That's
You
why,
like
that's
quips
why
like
he
that?
keeps coming back.
I keep seeing like those. When they make like things on Facebook about like fake movies.
What do you mean?
Like it's like they use like AI to make like they'll be like, oh, the new Pirates of the Caribbean is coming out.
But you can I've never seen one of those recently and thought it was real.
It's like a
every
trailer.
time it gets me. Every time.
Oh, really? You're like, wow, Robin Williams is alive and they're making Miss Doubtfire too? Crazy. Yeah. I have the posters right here. I guess I can't not believe it.
Robin Williams has sex in Mrs. Doubtfire and Ice. Yeah. Dude, he was like, I always thought he was so funny. Some people didn't like him. I always
He's great.
really
Yeah.
loved him. I think like his stand-up, people would see that and they'd be like, oh, what is he doing? But
His stand-up was kind of edgy. People forget.
yeah.
Do you watch like videos with stand-up? But he has like necrophilia jokes and stuff like that.
Ooh, oh, it's dead. Ooh, but I still want to touch it. Robert, don't touch the body. It's dead.
Yeah,
Good guy.
apparently he was like a horrible father.
Oh, of course.
I don't know. I will. There is always those people where somebody dies and everybody just starts talking shit. I have no idea what's accurate.
Well, Joe Rogan is he's got to be a horrible father.
Hey,
Yeah.
we don't say one negative. we don't even.
I was
we don't not jerk off the pictures. There's a picture of him in the room.
Mike still wants to get Rogan and Alex Jones on this, so if you could just lay
So how
off
about you
the two of
shut
them.
your fucking liberal pussy mouth?
I was telling Michael I have like this the other night I was like really cracking up, like imagining
this is the funniest thing in the world.
Joe Rogan at like the end of his day, and he's like in his room, and his wife is just like on the bed, like reading like a magazine, and he's just like at the foot of the bed, like taking like his little pants off, and he's like really little. And he's like,
Wow, we had the craziest day today. Shane Gillis tried to tackle me and I kicked him right in the leg.
his wife's like, "That's great, Joe."
He's a little ball of energy.
And then Elon Musk showed up. I didn't even expect him. And we were all there. We were at the mothership and we were drinking and smoking pot.
It's just like, all right, that's great.
Yeah, just
Joe.
She just puts him in a Kimura and just lays him down to sleep.
He's just like standing back at like an Iron Man thing, is like removing his clothes from him, dipping him in an ice tank.
And then Ben Shapiro, he comes up and we started razzing him. I gave him a noogie.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, it's. I think we've talked about this so many times, but it's very funny that like he's one of those. It's like so many comics, like you can make fun of anything.
Yeah.
Then you make one joke about Rogan, people are like, "Ugh." Like
Don't do it.
I was in Austin. And I was just goofing around. I was joking about on like how like First time I went to Austin, I had like a terrible time, and I blamed it on. I was joking, but I was like, I got tonsillitis, and I was going through a breakup. I was like, Rogan's full of shit. This city
I made out with
sucks.
Rogan. I got strep.
Yeah.
That sucks.
But I was just blaming shit that had nothing to do with him. Like clearly as a joke, people
Yeah.
were like,
Don't do that.
"Whoa."
Don't do
and I was
that.
like, well, that guy's for joking about anything. So you
well,
can't
that's
be
the
like,
problem. Everyone in Austin thinks they're gonna be on Rogan. Like everyone,
Yeah.
you're like, dude, no. You can talk a little shit. It's okay.
Yeah. Well, and there's also like, there's just like goofing. Like, I genuinely think
Yeah.
he's done like a crazy amount of good for comedy. Like, I
Yeah,
don't
of
think
course,
he's
yeah.
Yeah, I think the guy's great. But I'm gonna make fun of everybody.
All while not understanding a single joke somehow, which is actually pretty impressive, if you ask me.
Yeah.
No one's ever done more for comedy and not understood comedy.
He should like pivot into like magic. He should become like a magician.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And just like have like a long cape. that's,
Instead of
like-
having these scientists on, you should have like all magicians. be
Yeah.
like, that's crazy. The
just be
card
like,
trick.
how did you do it?
Yeah.
Wait,
There's a lot of evidence suggesting card tricks actually can improve your health.
You're telling me you pull a rabbit out of a hat? How does that even work?
Yeah.
Neil deGrasse Tyson on debating a magician. He's like, this is fake. This is how we prove him wrong.
He could literally saw himself in half though and be the same size.
Yeah.
I would love. I wish that happened more in life, where these people who had like profound careers were then just like,
Magician.
I'm gonna get into like model airplanes.
Something
Yeah.
Okay.
random. That happens to like actors a lot, where they just run out of shit to do. Like Frankie Muniz is like a NASCAR driver
that's
now.
so
Really?
Yeah. They just
Dude.
run
Well,
out
he
of
did
shit.
Formula
to do.
One,
I
yeah.
saw an article
Wow.
and it was like, you can start over at any point. Frankie Muniz is a race car driver. It's like, yeah, he had millions of dollars and his career ended at age 20. Like, obviously he can do anything he wants now.
Yeah.
You can't. I can't just be like, yeah, I'm going to quit this and go be a fucking
And now
F1
finally,
driver.
Marty Wolf can't catch him.
Right.
Yeah. Well, it's funny too because this,
He's 14. That's my favorite line from that movie.
which one?
And you stole an idea from a 13-year-old boy.
Oh yeah.
He's 14.
Yeah.
Paul Giamatti.
Oh, dude, I remember as a kid, Amanda Bynes was my crush. I was
Yeah.
like, she's funny, she's talented, and then like it actually breaks my heart to see her, not because
Losing
I
her
know
mind.
her, but I'm like, she was my crush. Now
She's
I'm like,
even hotter now, honestly. I like him. I like him a
You
little.
think so?
I like him a little weathered.
Now she's kind of like that, what's it called? Like manic pixie dream fat girl or something.
dude, she's like
So-
fentanyl chick.
Yeah.
Like, there's
but now she's attainable. You know what I mean?
I know, but now I like in my mind, I am a crazy person. In my mind, there's still part of me that's like, well, maybe one day I could have sex with Amanda Bynes.
Maybe
Yeah.
imagine that's like the only way she can like see the dancing lobsters again. Like doing copious amounts of fentanyl.
Hallucinations.
And everyone's
Wait,
like,
I think I
Amanda,
just-
please stop doing fentanyl.
Yeah. I think I just solved this all.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm going to score a bunch of fentanyl, go out to Hollywood, and have sex with Amanda Bynes. She used to be like, Amanda. I'll be like, oh, can I get an autograph? And they'd be like, I got a fuck ton of fentanyl. You want to go meet me back by hotel?
Yeah. I mean, I guess you could do that.
Yeah.
I would be very upset with you if you fucked Amanda Bynes and didn't marry her after.
She's yeah.
That would be like the worst thing.
Well, it's also one of those things, too, where it's like...
'Cause that's how you marry Amanda Bynes. You trick her with fentanyl.
yeah.
You blow it in her face.
That'd be
like
funny.
Thanos.
While she's nodding off, like instead of like being a sex criminal, I like elope her in a wedding. Like I just weekend at Bernie's her.
You just
like,
pitch her sketches is really what you. You're like, okay, fucking.
Yeah. That was a great show, the Amanda show.
Oh, it was amazing. Yeah.
She was like very self-aware.
Was that Schneider?
I
Yep,
think
probably.
so, yeah.
Snyder was, yep.
Oh, that dude.
But
last
clearly
night we
he
were
doesn't have
talking
fucking
about-
any taste in women or kids because he never went
We
for
should just, you know what we should do? Is we
Yeah,
should just-
Amanda.
both Harvey Weinstein and Dan Schneider should be allowed to return to cinema, but we should force them to have sex first
with each other.
with each other.
Oh, nice.
and if they can
Retribution.
if they can get together and like look each other in the eye and be like,
That might
"Hey,
become more powerful, dude.
Yeah.
That
They
might
morph
be like
into
the
one
final
fat,
full
gross
fat,
pervert.
yeah, pedophile. he's the final.
You want this part?
But the movies that he puts out are just phenomenal. Despicable Me 5.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny too because like if you're a pedophile, the last person you want to have sex with is a fat old man. That's the exact
Exactly.
opposite of like a
of your
dare I
clientele.
say good looking child.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Dare
the
I
penance.
say.
Yeah, God, it's the biggest penis I've ever seen. I don't know what to do.
Who?
It's just this, if you're having sex with another grown man, that's the biggest penis
Oh yeah.
I've ever seen.
He's like, this is the opposite of Drake
He's
Bell.
like,
I don't
That's
even
like
know
a
what to do with
horror
this.
movie. That's
Yeah.
like the alien in a horror movie.
yeah.
But I think the Dan Snyder thing was weird. Where like he actually did not get accused of like fucking minors. He just was like weird with the camera and like kind of like he was like just like lots of feet stuff.
Yeah,
It was, like-
according to that documentary. Which
yeah, that's a good point. Yeah,
the documentary is probably produced by Dan Schneider.
Yeah,
for all we know.
yeah,
Like,
that'd
who
be
the
so at the
fuck
very end.
really at the end. Yeah, it's like who knows?
Well, it's also funny too because like the horrible guy was the pickle guy from Wild Now, Brian Peck.
Oh, really?
Dude, he was just like brutally raping Drake Bell to the point where he's like, imagine the worst thing you could do to somebody. He's like, that's what they're doing to me.
Yeah.
But I mean,
If you now,
thank God he produced so much good music afterwards. So I mean, you listen to Drake Bell's music, you're like, wow, this is.
it's pretty good, dude. If you,
It's not.
if
I
you
was
had to
brutally
listen-
molested.
If you had to
Good. It should be a little
consume art,
better.
if you had to consume art of only like sex criminals, you'd have a great catalog to pick from. You could listen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, if you're on abandoned island, they're like you can only listen to music that has sex
it's
criminals.
just
You're like, well, then
Michael Jackson. You're watching Woody Allen movies. You're watching Nickelodeon. Like, it's a pretty good. You have an ample catalog, and it's all good.
Yeah, well,
I
then
like the word ample when it's used somewhere other than a bosom.
yeah.
It's nice.
Well, in every rock star, basically ever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
something.
Yeah,
to
because that was like par for the course, right?
Yeah. That's why I'm never gonna make it. Too respectable to the ladies.
start having sex with kids.
Not because you're not a pedophile. You respect their boundaries.
The respectable. No, it's cool. You don't. Do you think pedophiles texting nervously kids like, you want to come over to my place? All good if not. Like
a self-conscious pedophile.
Yeah.
He's like,
Yo, my bad.
you know.
Dude, I wish I didn't send text like the amount of times I say all good if not when texting comedy bookers
Crazy.
is fucking insane.
Yeah, I know.
You pull that shit too where you're like,
Yeah,
you're like,
oh, yeah.
hey, would love to like
Yeah, would love for the opportunity. Sorry for reaching out. I'll kill myself if you want me to.
Yeah, you should be like, and no is not an option. I do not accept that as an option.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Kid Cudi banged Amanda Bynes for a little bit.
Yeah.
He had a kind of perfect time. Like she
He's
was
got
like a
that in
grown
that song.
Who want to know about me and Amanda Bynes?
Amanda, please.
Yeah, and then he just talks about banging all kinds. He's like, I bang all kinds of other different races of girls.
Yeah, I bet he had a lot of sex.
I think he had the most loving sex, dude. He probably like the moon was shining and he was
I
like
would get
crying
down
a
with
little
it.
bit, dude. Yeah. He's like,
just
yeah.
like, ooh.
She was probably so annoyed by him.
yeah.
She's like fucking talking about his feelings and being sad. She's like, dude, I'm trying to suck the skin off your dick. Like, she's way above him on like the freak level.
Oh, for sure. And he's
You
just
know?
like, oh, whoa.
Is Mr. Rager about his penis?
Tell me where you're going. I'm
A funny adventure, Mr. Ray.
What a giant, like two really good albums and then just decades of garbage. afterwards.
Yeah.
It wasn't until he reunited with the good graces of Kanye West.
Dude, him and Kanye is just
Kanye's been quite weirdly silent on this issue. What's going on?
On what issue?
The Trump assassination. Yeah, I haven't heard jack.
Yeah, I don't know.
Where's he at?
I am kind of curious about
Is he
that.
still in Saudi Arabia making an album in the desert?
is that what he's doing?
Maybe.
He
I
just-
bet he like turns his phone off for like long stretches.
Yeah.
Because like when he goes crazy on Twitter, it's like he had
Yeah.
so much stuff pent
Yeah,
up.
yeah,
Probably
yeah.
just turns his phone on
It's
one day.
4
and it
months of drafts.
explodes. Yeah.
Do you think he ever like has like a emotional hangover from like? Do you think everybody's just like, I say all that? That's so annoying.
I don't think he has that awareness. I think like with people like him, their brains operate like very, very highly in certain aspects, and then some aspects it's just non-existent.
Yeah. Well, that is
So-
the genius thing is really funny with him because like obviously he's a musical genius. I think I may have been talking to somebody else about this. I think I was talking to you about it, right, Jake? Yeah, I was talking about how like Jake brought up that great point where it's like everybody thinks that just because you're a genius in one thing doesn't mean you can't just be retarded in like 1,000
Yeah, of
other
course.
categories. It's not like just because you're a genius here, everything what you said. Is
Yeah.
also-
Yeah, I feel like a genius is just a mind that's more focused, like on less tasks. Like,
Well, you could give a genius the other thing. I love to give a genius, put him in a music laboratory, and his music's just like da 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 da. Like you take the
Well, that's
the smartest.
He tries talking about other stuff, and you're like, dude, you're making no sense.
Yeah,
Did you
yeah.
watch the documentary? The Genius?
no.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
I started to, and I was
it's him just because he was so good at making beats that people like had to come to him, and it's him just hijacking people's time. It's like Jay-Z coming to him to make a beat, and he's like, "By the way, while we're here, also you need to listen to me a cappella rap to you for 10 minutes straight."
That's awesome.
And just holds him hostage. It's fucking great.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I like the whole Magnus Carlsen thing. What?
Yeah, and didn't say anything. Who's Magnus Carlsen?
The chess player?
The greatest chess player in the world.
I thought Andrew Tate's dad is the greatest chess player in the world.
No, he's the greatest chest player in the world. He knows how to work them titties.
Yeah. It's really funny when Andrew Tate says the N-word and I forget that he's a black guy.
Yeah. Boob to my mouth.
We were watching the greatest thing. We've talked about this in the pod for sure, but the video of Pierce Morgan playing chess against Andrew Tate. And it's so funny because they're on the littlest table. It's like the tiniest chess table, but they're both saying, what are they saying? That there's every move they say something like political.
Andrew Tate's just like, chess reflects life, and then like takes one of his pieces.
Yeah.
And he's like, you think it's misogynistic? And he'll just like move, and he'll be like, life is misogynistic.
Morgan's fucking unbearable.
Yeah,
Dude, he is
You
like,
don't
just
need to
such a British
shut
cunt,
up.
dude.
Yeah,
Shut up.
Yeah. What did he do before? Wasn't he like on America's Got Talent or something? And then he
I don't know.
he was on like a TV show, right? And then he got like
I'm
his
gonna
own.
look up. Yeah. Well, he's also like one of those guys too, where like he's like a center left guy, so he's like got like some interesting like reasonable perspectives, but just annoying as shit. He's just always yapping about something.
I wouldn't mind like him as much if he lost his hair. Like
Yeah,
when those older guys keep that full head of hair.
Oh,
I
he
just
began
can't.
writing for the tabloid The Sun, or he began at The Sun. Was appointed editor of the
I
news.
think owned by Robert Maxwell, Julian's
really?
father. I'm pretty sure, yeah. It's a British tabloid.
Yeah, I think The Sun is. Yeah,
that's Maxwell. He's fucking CIA.
I told you,
Mossad.
I'm in on every conspiracy now. It makes things more fun. I was talking to my brother about like the idea of like whether the presidential elections, because I was just randomly today, I was like, yeah, I don't think any of it's real. I think it's all theater. I think there's no real elections or anything like that. Because like, but he brought up the good point that's like, I don't know, he just doesn't think that's true. But like the thing I don't really necessarily believe, it's like, if almost every single political figure is like, they will always admit that they will sacrifice individual freedoms for the good of the people,
AKA more power for them.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but even in argument, like they will openly say,
yeah.
like, yes, you should have less rights if we save everybody, both Republican and Democrat. Like
Yeah.
Trump was like, we'll shut the country down for COVID.
Yeah.
He said that, and then Democrats would be like, you got to get the vaccine.
Yeah.
To say
For
like,
everyone's safety.
right.
Yeah.
So if they're openly saying that, why would they not behind closed doors? Why would they believe that people should have the right to vote? Like why, if you're openly saying, I
Right.
don't believe people should have the freedom to do something.
I just think the elections just don't. It doesn't matter who's in office.
That makes more sense.
It's real. The election is real. It just doesn't matter.
That makes
They've made
sense.
it instead of rigging an election, you just rig it so that it doesn't matter
Who wins it. Yeah,
you know
that
what I
makes
mean?
more sense. Yeah.
yeah. But we're gonna be fine.
Everything's gonna be fine.
We're gonna be fine. We do need I've been reading a lot about the American Revolution, and they fucking revolted for so much less than they revolted for like a 3% tax on tea, and like they were like, no, fuck it, we're gonna take on the biggest army in the world.
Yeah,
You
but
know?
wasn't it also too, like I've talked about this before on the podcast, but I think like the drinking back then was like everybody was really fucked up. It was like a bunch of fucked up like 23.
I'm trying to do like this whole video about that. They would just get fucked up, and then Sam Adams, he would just get everyone fucked up and then like sick them on whoever he wanted. They would just be hammered. Yeah, the Boston Massacre was just a bunch of drunk dudes throwing snowballs like at one British guy, and then and then it turned into like the biggest thing because
I want to bully a British. Doesn't sound so. Can we do that? Can we invite a British guy here and just pick on him?
You can go up to like one of those like guards who can't move and just be like, fucking pussy.
yeah, and they can't do shit.
That sounds like
do
the
anything.
most fun thing ever.
Yeah.
You can't touch him though, right? You can just say anything.
You can't touch
You could
him.
fart, dude. You could get you and
Can I fart?
50 of your fattest friends and go surround him and fart.
Yes, that sounds so much fun.
just Dutch oven.
Yeah.
Throw a
Maybe he has
tarp over his head.
king for it. He's just like, yeah, baby, the queen.
Cheese grommet. It is funny,
king.
like England's like greatest export is Wallace and Gromit.
Yeah.
Like what else have they given us?
Way better than the Beatles, honestly. Way better than any of them.
Yeah, the Beatles. I never got into the Beatles, and I'm such a big Tame Impala fan. It is a mystery to so
What
many.
are they influenced by the Beatles or something?
A lot of people
Or
said
him?
that they sounded like the Beatles, but I didn't.
I haven't heard it at
think
all.
so.
I don't like.
I just refuse to listen to Tame Impala because every annoying person from LA I know is like loves them.
It
And I
is-
get it,
yeah.
it is good, but
It is unfortunate. It's like when I was in high school, I started smoking weed, and I like discovered them, and like me and all my friends.
him,
got,
though. It's
like,
one
really
guy, right?
into- Yeah, it's one guy, but them as the band.
Okay.
And like since then, now it's like everywhere. Like it's in like a Target. You
Yeah,
hear Tame
yeah.
Impala. It's like so. It's become so popular.
yeah, it's like cooler elevator music
Yeah.
in a way, you know?
Yeah.
I vibe with it though. It's kind of, it reminds me a little bit of like, I don't know, in like 2009 to like 2013, there was like great indie music, kind of like kind of Kid Cudi, MGMT, the Gorillaz. That's sort of like I don't know what you describe it like,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
indie sort of like.
Electronic-y.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, this is just a great, and they're kind of, they were way later, but they kind of have that vibe.
Yeah, Tame Impala, the album Lonerism had such a like, because I've always been like a very like introverted person.
Yeah, a completely
So,
alone wolf.
Yeah, so you would,
loser, just societal reject.
So, like, get
failure.
How's an AR fit? You're the prime.
Dude, if guns didn't scare me, if guns didn't, dude, but you got to think about that guy. Like, you got to think about like an angry liberal, you know, like they're
Yeah.
sitting there looking at this big juicy cock, and they're like, "That's not a cock.
What do you
That's
mean?
a pussy." And then what follows that is rage.
You're saying when you
Is this a Tame Impala song?
you're saying when you is referring to banging a trans
This is like why someone would shoot a Republican.
because they look at a penis and call it a vagina.
They look at their own penis
Yeah.
and they say that
should
ain't
be
no
a vagina.
penis.
You know what would be an interesting? I'm gonna take this take instead of there's trans women are women, trans women aren't women. Whatever you feel about that, I'm gonna go say men are women and women are men. Just fight for the titles to be different. Be like, no, I think that women are women and men are men,
Yeah.
or women are men and men are women.
I think maybe there should be like a Juneteenth day like that. Where
we free
where we swap
our trans slaves.
Yeah, we all swap genders.
Yeah, no,
Let-
thank you. I'm
Yeah.
keeping mine.
We all swap genders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like we can finally kiss in the apartment because
It's two chicks making
It's
out.
not
It's
gay.
cool. Yeah, it's not gay.
I walk around with my tits out.
Yeah.
I feel.
That is a funny idea. The we swap. So
we swap so we know. You
Yeah.
have to swap to know what it's like.
Yeah.
'Cause that's one thing we'll never know is
How
what it's
will we
like to be a
get
woman.
dumber though overnight? That's the problem.
Well,
There's a lot of
I think honestly,
you have to go around bashing each other in the head.
well, the hard part is going to
Until
be
your
me
IQ
not being able to admit I'm wrong because I love admitting I'm wrong. And when I'm a woman, it's against the law
Yeah,
for me not to
true.
do that.
but
that
this is
day.
why we
Yeah.
learn.
Yeah.
The nice thing is we get to spend hours in the salon getting done up.
Ooh, that sounds.
That would be
nice.
fun.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
you and me on the eve.
that would
of-
be nice. We should do that.
Yeah, you and me on the eve of Poonteen.
Yeah, I like that idea.
We just got the foil over our
yeah,
head.
that's a good point. Why do black guys get to be women with the whole barbershop?
Barbershop?
thing? But white guys, we don't get to do that.
Damn, bro, if they heard you say that, yeah. Okay.
Last week I said every black guy is gay. I just like it's so fun to just say things are just like
Yeah.
the opposite of what people want to hear. Because I don't know. It's just very funny to say all black guys are gay because clearly it's not true.
They do
but
sit
I
around.
know
Yeah, they
there's
go to the
somebody-
barbershop. They gossip.
Yeah.
That's fun. That's
Yeah.
girly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they do spend some time.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
But that would be nice. I would like to, to sit down with my boys, get a little pedicure,
Yeah.
Tuck it back. Just hang
have our
out.
iced coffees that we
Yeah.
carry around all day.
And just once again, never admit we're wrong. I was telling you this. I saw a woman step on a dog's tail the other day and apologized to it for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And I was like, I've never gotten an apology that much.
No,
and
never.
and that dog doesn't speak
They hate
English.
that squeal. Yeah.
That dog
Yeah.
has no idea what it's saying, and I've
Yeah.
never gotten that
They
sincere.
viscerally react to that squeal. when
Yeah,
you
yeah,
step
yeah.
on. Yeah.
Yeah, women don't like men.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. I was on a date with a woman recently. She said she hates men. I think I told you about
That's
this.
happened multiple
They
times.
hate that they love. Yeah, they hate that they like men.
She
They want-
said she was reading a book called How to Date Men When You Hate Men. But I feel I like genuinely love women. Like I'm not a
They're fun. They're always trying to have fun.
yeah. That's what they want to do.
Unless they're like Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah.
That ain't no woman.
But But it's like I was on a date with this girl. I was like, no, I fucking love chicks. Like I love women, like genuinely with a passion.
It's like almost a red
so hard
flag
to get
thing.
laid. Trying so hard to fuck.
I fucking want you right now.
Yeah, I want to.
I love you.
I love
so
women
much.
so much. I would love to sniff your underwear.
Nothing will stop me.
From loving them. As many
But I
as
don't know.
can.
I like it obviously didn't stop me from trying to have sex with her. But trying and succeeding. But also it's like one of those things where it's like I don't know. I'm like it's just so weird to me. She's like I have no guy friends. Like I have female friends. Like I don't.
Yeah.
My friend was telling me he went on a date with a girl, and she was telling him how she broke up with her ex-boyfriend because he was a 9/11 truther. It was like her fiance, and she found out like a month before the wedding and broke up because he was like a 9/11 conspiracy guy. And then they hooked up, and in the middle of having sex, she stopped him and was like, "I can't do this. You're too experienced." And it's like you can't want to have sex with virgins, but not a 9/11 truther. guy.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? There's like too much overlap. It makes zero sense.
Well, yeah. The
If you want to have sex with virgins, though, you should do 9/11.
that's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Well, I think like
That's the whole point.
very valid point. Valid point.
Would you think about
would I
this?
do 9/11?
If you were guaranteed 47 of the top
72,
shelf,
dude. 72.
72 top shelf tang.
would I? No.
No.
I know I'm supposed to be a fun podcaster and be like,
Even if you knew-
but this is when
They'd
it
be too
when
hesitant
it comes
about blowjobs. Do they need to be slutty virgins somehow? You know what I mean?
when it comes to this kind of topic, I'm gonna be serious. I like this fucking country, and there's no way I would give up any American lives for any amount of pussy.
Norm used to have a joke about that. He'd be like, yeah, there was a woman who, like the Saudi prince bought this girl's virginity for $2 million. For just the price of $2 million, you can have the worst sex of your life.
It's also
Exactly,
funny because why are you
exactly.
buying pussy in Saudi Arabia? Isn't rape like
Yeah, you could just
legal,
yeah.
basically?
Yeah.
Aren't there goats?
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, I wonder, do you think guys that are into bestiality have like a preference for like specific, like do you think they're like, this is a hot
Specific
girl? Like,
types
As long
of
as it's
animal.
a female like dog or
As long as
animal,
it's
you don't want it to be
warm-blooded,
gay. You know what I mean? You're like,
Yeah.
I'm not having sex with a male dog.
Yeah.
I'm not gay.
Yeah, no, I get that, of course.
You know?
Yeah.
It's got to be
We don't have
warm-blooded.
those on this podcast. Only cool guys that fuck sexy dogs, dude. Honestly, if you're fucking dogs that aren't hot, you don't even get on this podcast.
Yeah.
Only guys that pull the top shelf tail. Tail.
There we go.
Anyways, you were sorry.
I was gonna say it has to be warm-blooded. No like Gila lizards, no like snakes,
Yeah.
fish.
Looking at you with those cold eyes.
Yeah.
Well, the answer is always like, okay, if you fuck an animal, everybody always says like a chimp because it's like closest to humans.
but a
like,
chimp looks like a guy to me.
it's a good point.
Also,
know?
if you want to fuck animals, why would you want to fuck something that's close to a human? Wouldn't you want to get like as far away as possible?
That's a great point.
Dude, I'd
know?
want a hedgehog.
Yeah.
Wow.
a,
Dude, I think
a parrot because it could be like, this is pretty good. This is pretty good.
I'm consenting.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I couldn't afford pepper spray, so instead I got a rape parrot. He just flies around and screams
Sits on my
rape when
shoulder.
something's anytime a man approaches me.
Rat rape. Call the authorities, rat.
Well, fucking Racina has that great joke about like horses having great asses, and like I kind of get like sometimes you see a horse like that horse has a fucking
That's a dangerous ass. So
Yeah.
you got to approach with caution.
Yeah.
Because if there's not enough foreplay, dude, you get kicked through the
It's
stable.
basically a Latina. It's like
It
you gotta be.
is.
It's nice, but you
is.
gotta be careful.
Yeah.
around that thing. They'll
Yeah.
cut you. They'll hurt you. They'll fucking hurt you.
Yeah.
Just
And they
got
both
their
love
new
eating hay. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find a second between Latin women and horses. That is funny too, because like obviously you can't call black people monkeys, but can you call Latino? Like there's no stereotype of other people being other animals.
I would
Like,
wager
Asian
no.
people are so fucking turtles. Like can you start doing that? Can we start that racial stereotype that Asian guys are just turtles?
Because of their wisdom.
Yeah.
There we go.
That one from Kung Fu Panda. Yeah. What animals are Asian people? Let's hear from you, Patty.
My heart says pandas,
Interesting.
That's a
Okay.
classic.
but they're too good at baseball. We all know a panda could not.
Never.
They don't have the fine motor skills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go with like a capuchin monkey.
What's an animal that's like organized and good at math? Are there any animals
Dolphins, maybe.
decent?
Yeah.
Smooth. Smooth. Communicate with sounds. There's something there.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe a porpoise.
Yeah, I could see that.
Pie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny because no matter what animal Asians are, they're going to eat them.
Yeah.
I love when your eyes lighten up when you get full of this. That's from years of doing your podcast where you say jokes into the camera.
Yeah.
You looked into my eyes. You're like, they're going to eat them.
Yeah. That's the key. I never actually say anything funny. I just make the eyes.
Yeah, I don't know. I think, would you eat I think I would eat, I don't know. I have really weird morals. I would eat basically anything besides a human. And the only reason I don't want to eat a human because I don't know if I like humans.
Yeah. I would have to know that it's good. If it's not good, I'm like, why did I eat this aardvark, you know?
I think a monkey might fuck me up. I don't know.
Yeah, dude, I think you'd have like an internal moral quandary.
I don't think there's anything wrong with eating. Actually, I don't think there's anything right with eating animals, but I do it anyways. Like in theory, I'm like, there's no real logic behind why.
But
we
like,
eat.
I've never like looked at a chicken and saw like a soul in its eyes. You know?
Oh, I have.
A monkey, you can see like a.
I mean, there's certain people that don't have. I'm opposed to eating people as a whole, but there's certain individuals I'd be like, definitely.
Yeah. What if there was like a Brooks barbecue thing set up where you got to eat like a sliver of Jeffrey Dahmer?
Yeah,
That'd be great.
Well, that's dangerous because you can't eat animals that eat other animals.
Oh, because you get mad cow disease.
Yeah,
or whatever?
exactly. You get trichinosis, so you can't eat Dahmer.
Trichinosis. Yeah, I don't know.
But I'd have a slice of Dahmer.
Yeah, well, I think I'm trying to think about this because it's like, yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
that caffeine is finally wearing off. Hey, fucking 50 minutes in, I'll fucking take it.
Yeah, dude.
We're not wrapping up. We're reaching another 10 minutes of
going.
pure gold. Did you see that guy who came on that woman in the grocery store?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
He was. I mean, it's a Chappelle bit.
Yeah,
It's
he
just
was wearing a
Chappelle
shirt
bit.
that says "It's not gonna lick itself"
I didn't know that.
Wait, he jerked off on a woman?
Yeah,
onto her like calf or something.
I hate
And she's
to
videotaping.
I hate
it.
to victim blame, but how do you let that happen?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
just logistically, that's insane to pull off.
You got to like start that thing off in the frozen
yeah.
foods.
Yeah.
Maybe he has
Way
a
to-
technique though. Do you think maybe he has like a flashlight and she turns around and he like stuns her like a deer? And so she's stunned for like 30 seconds while he jerks off. Like he has some sort of hypnosis machine where she just like,
Yeah.
he has a giant
I don't
flashlight and then he has a weird noise that just goes,
I think he just got it off. He must have gotten it off so quick. They say like rapists, they just like come prematurely a lot. They don't even end up raping the person because they're so excited.
They
come.
never thought they'd get that far.
Yeah, they're like, oh, this is.
I'm out of the apartment. Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah,
crazy.
she chased them up. And the funniest part was, wait, where was it?
It was a Dollar Tree.
Yeah, but like what city? She had a very funny accent. She was like, he nutted on me.
Yeah.
To calling it like, she's like, there's nut on my leg. It's like,
Yeah, it is very funny to be
don't
like
use
the
the
medical.
slang.
Yeah. He straight up busted nut on me.
Yeah.
I couldn't come in 30 seconds if you had a gun in my mouth and a finger in my ass.
Yeah.
It's not happening.
I can only come if I have a gun in my mouth and a finger in my ass. Yeah, that's like a. Yeah, I'm sure he like prepped it or something, but that's such a weird fetish to like just want to come on somebody's.
It's got to be funny for those couples like who need that kind of stimulation. Like the guy is like, yeah, I need a gun in my mouth and a wiffle ball bat.
Wait,
up
do you
my
think they
ass.
were a couple and this is like a kink?
No, I'm just imagining for
We're
like.
gonna hoax a fucking
the legal
semen.
trial, he
Yeah.
just like comes even harder.
Yeah.
He's like,
I'm
oh,
just
yeah.
imagining like a couple like that who eventually has a child and like they look at that child and they just like imagine their wife like tied up. And,
Yeah.
The mailman is watching. And it's basically like the nativity scene from Jesus. Like
I remember when I fucked your mom in the ass and she farted the cum till it dripped down in her pussy.
In her
That
pussy.
was the only way we
that
could.
was you. I watched you make that trip.
Yeah.
all by yourself. God, you were a swimmer.
Uh,
Yeah, it's pretty insane to pull off. Pretty impressive.
yeah. I feel like I read another
Must
story
be a
about
weird
something
kink.
similar.
I was thinking. Sorry to interrupt. That girl, that
Yeah.
that guy.
Be
that
more
was,
respectful when I'm
Yeah,
talking about people
I know,
jizzing on people's legs in the
jizzing.
Dollar Tree.
That guy that was in Manhattan punching women in the heads. You know.
Yeah, I remember
If there
that,
was
yeah.
like one girl where like that was her thing, you know.
Yeah.
She just like got punched and then
to get punched by the yellow M&M in Times Square.
She just is like, stop that guy. He just made me come.
It's never that guy who's shooting in the president, you know? It's never like a guy in like like a cartoon outfit.
That would be so funny. Dude, please, if you're listening to this and you're thinking about trying to assassinate somebody or doing a mass tragedy, please dress up either like a giant carton of milk or like the M&M guy.
Just the Spider-Man, you're at the side of you're like fucking trying to web Trump in the head.
Yeah.
There's just like, the drone footage of just like Buzz Lightyear with an AK-47.
I could not tackle Zurg.
The girl, wait, what's the dude, the villain from Spider-Man, the Green Goblin or whatever, just flying by on a hoverboard, just popping off shots.
Dude, nothing's funnier to me than that Buzz Lightyear look. Like anytime you see somebody with like a ski mask where like just it's just the goofiest looking. Like this, just somebody doing this is just always the funniest look.
Dude, Alex Jones is Buzz Lightyear.
Oh, dude, he
has the same.
Kind of is. And Tucker is Woody.
Yeah.
Oh
Tucker
my God,
is
dude.
Woody.
Oh, dude, I am going to email Disney every single day to make sure that film gets made.
The live action, the far right live action Toy Story.
Oh, I love this idea. Yeah,
starring Tucker and Alex Jones.
Yeah.
Ben Shapiro's the piggy bank.
Hell yeah.
Who would be Mr. Potato Head?
Maybe like Chris Christie or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I want to watch more kids. After we watched that, we got just so high on that movie. It literally was like the best. It's also funny that like I got a cocktail there. It's so funny I can just drink vodka in a movie theater full of toddlers.
Watching
I'm like,
Despicable Me.
Yeah. I'm like, this is
shit-faced.
The way the chairs were moving, I was like, if I was in here alone, I would probably achieve an erection because it's such a stimulating experience. It's like you're just shaking around. You're at the whim of Drew.
That might be.
You'd have to argue in court that you were like forced to come. It was not on purpose.
Try not to come
around these little. Yeah, that is like a pedophile's like last stand. Like try not to come in this theater of little kids.
The 4D Despicable.
Dude, I would love to get fucking head in one of those. How funny would that be? Just
dude, for a woman, that's like a washing machine on steroids.
Oh yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
Like that's got to be a wet.
You don't even need a boyfriend. Just have one of those suction cup dildos. Put it in a chair and just sit on it and watch Despicable Me 4 in 3D.
Dude, the craze of these anal beads with remote vibration.
It's a big thing.
It's pretty crazy.
I'm worried about what's all that 5G doing to the internal organs.
Combustion, the internal complex of the female vagina.
I hope. I'm all about this sterilization of people thing. I don't really. The idea that less women can have kids now is a very appealing thing to me.
I mean, it's the end of humanity.
Yeah, but I mean, it's going to make my life better because I'm not going to get anybody pregnant.
We're going to have, dude, I don't, do you play video games at all?
No, not really, no.
There's this game called Detroit Become Human where like, basically these AI cyborgs like start to achieve sentience.
And then you talk to your roommate about it every single day.
And then you talk to your roommate, your roommate's like, what? Who's getting pussy? And you're like,
dude, you don't get it, dude.
No wonder he'll never beat me in chess. But like the whole thing is like, there's not enough population. We need androids to like fulfill these jobs and stuff.
Yeah.
And then they're taking jobs from people and they become human. And like, dude, every day that goes by, I think that's like a reality.
It's a pretty dire video game.
It's very intense.
What are you supposed to do in
You said
the
you
game?
cried playing it the other day, right?
I got very emotional because there's like 3 stories. One of them, you're just this like woman who's like you play from the perspective of the cyborg. And one of them's like, there's this single dad who's just like beating the shit out of like his daughter. And you have to like intervene and then you become like conscious. But you learn that the daughter was also a cyborg.
Yeah.
So like you fall
and the
in
daughter
love with
can't
this
admit
girl.
she's wrong because she's a woman.
Yeah.
How about you just admit you're wrong?
But she's
your
a
dad won't
woman
hit you.
cyborg.
Oh, okay.
So she's programmed to not say that she's wrong. Yeah. But no, it does just raise the question, you know, of like,
when is it okay to hit a child?
When is it okay to hit a robot?
Yeah.
Like, I don't even want to, you know.
I mean, those pizza delivery ones get fucked up routinely, as they should. They get tipped on the side.
and they will have their Boston Massacre.
Well, do you? A quick question. So, do you feel like any emotion towards like? To me, it's just not real, and I don't. I don't want to say that out loud. They're gonna come for me. The fucking.
Well, right now it's like nothing is even close.
Okay, so like you right now don't feel bad about turning your TV off or anything like that. Not that.
No.
way.
How far into the future until like people are routinely having sex with them? I know obviously it's a thing now, but like, where it's commonplace.
I don't think I ever could. Like for me, it's like I love the like personality of a human. Like it really does.
But they're gonna have personalities. It's gonna be indistinguishable.
Yeah,
and they're gonna be so fucking hot.
And they're gonna kill you for saying something
and
that
they're
gay.
never gonna get older. Yeah.
That is a good point because I watched like a podcast clip with Riley Reid and I'm like, ooh, she's so wonderful. And I'm like, this is in theory, this could be a fake person.
Yeah.
Like that could be totally
And it could be a fake person that you could have in your house.
Yeah, that's a great point.
And they don't require, you don't have to feed them, you don't have to do anything. You just have to make sure they don't kill you.
Yeah.
And it's like, it is kind of a nice.
It's so funny because in my mind I went, oh my God, like what if this robot comes and kills me? And I'm like, wait, what if any woman like that?
Like,
could easily happen with a person.
True,
There's just as much a chance.
Yeah.
But no, it's very interesting because that's like the whole point. Like there's like a guy caring for an old guy, and then his dirtbag son comes and like shoves him around. And then, like, you get shot in the head and then lead a revolution as, like, a
All
robot.
the cyborgs,
It's a crazy game.
They're programming you to root for the robots, though.
But it's like all your choices you make matter in the story. So, like, you can choose to just be, like, a robot and serve your purpose. And then it, like, affects different things down the line.
How old is the game?
It's, like, 4 or 5 years old, I think.
Okay.
But it's set in 2036, something like that.
Okay.
So it's like 12 years in the future. And I think it's like going to be 10 years before there's like brothels where you just have sex with these robots.
It's coming. That's coming.
I mean, yeah, it definitely does. Like, if they could make realistic sex stuff, it would. I mean, I'm not the first one to have this idea. Comedians may joke about it, but it really would probably affect sex trafficking in the sense that you could save a lot of people's lives. Because if there was like, I don't know, you go to these like weird like countries where it's like apparently like human trafficking like crazy. Like there's so many women that are captured and made into like sex slaves, and so like you could if you could replace that with robots,
that would be huge.
You're just like, damn. Now what do we do? They took our jobs.
You know what though? Yeah. They're like, damn,
nothing.
But then I wonder too, though. Then I wonder if
they
it's
have
like,
to get on fucking Andrew Yang's UBI. It's like, we're paying all these sex workers to be on UBI.
That's a good point.
Like, what do we do?
Well, but then I wonder too if it's like you would though. It would be so expensive though. Like I think the whole point to capture a human being and make him a sex slave is because there's a cost. Like the cost it takes to kidnap somebody is probably cheaper than the cost you'll make off the person. So the cost you would pay in having a robot was probably more expensive than a human.
Maybe at first,
but then it go
then prices come down.
But then it becomes like ooh, that's like the rich supple thing is having the real kid,
the real
you know?
deal.
Yeah.
It's always gonna kind of teeter.
Yeah.
But just for your everyday pedophile, you know.
Yeah.
That's they're like giving pedophiles like dolls in some places. Have you seen that? It's like
I'm for it, but
that's got to be like a tough day when
That's
they're like, okay,
real.
now you can come to pick up your doll, and you got to like walk through that. I shouldn't have stopped at a Jamba Juice. After
one for me and one for a young Brandy here.
No. You don't get ice cream until you have your vegetables.
Until you have my cock.
Yeah, I don't know. We are at an hour though. What do you want to promote?
Beautiful.
Yeah, I had a great time.
Beautiful. Thank you again, Michael, for having me.
Yeah, dude. And by the way, I'm just busting your balls. You talk about the video. It doesn't bother me. I'm just.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, good. Yeah.
I'm so past that.
Yeah.
Dave, it was very nice to meet you and hang. News from bed. Check out News from Bed.
Yeah, what do you want to promote?
Just follow Instagram, Dave Caggiano.
Okay, sweet. Fuck yeah, thank you.
Thanks, guys.